Um, so on your assignment, I'll just quickly do a short video on everything. So the first thing we're supposed to do is to create a simple HTML that loads the image of your family members, and I give you the permission to use AI. So you are supposed to use Claude AI, uh, which is not so different from ChatGPT because I'm using my Claude for something else right now. I'll just quickly use ChatGPT for the same task. So there I go. All right. So I would say give me a simple HTML document that has one a list of my family members with their images to a table of the same family members. All right, so I'll be smart. So I'll say, give me fictitious names. All right, so I'm just being smart. So there I go, and I wait. All right, so now it's doing this wonderfully for me. All right, so the next thing you do is to copy the code. All right, you can even preview the code. It wants to access network so that it can give me all the images that it wants to fill the code with. All right, so uh, this is the preview of what you're supposed to get. So I'm going to look at the code again and copy the code, and I head straight to VS Code, File, New Text File, and then I can paste the code here, and then I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I pick the first option. Remember, you're supposed to be in week 1. All right, so index.html, save. Good. So if you have done that, you can now go straight to that folder and preview. Now you see that you have exactly what we want here. Father, mother, but there are no images there per se. All right. So if you go back to VS Code, you're supposed to replace the image source with actual images. So I'm going to remove this. And that was what led me to sourcing for images, okay? So let's assume the image you're using is, you have already sourced for it. The first one here is daddy.png. Let's see what's in daddy.png. This is what's in daddy.png. All right, that's me. Good. So I'm going to go to the source and just say daddy.png. Now, in your case, it might not be a PNG, it might be a JPG. So take note of that so that you don't go and type PNG and be looking, it will not load. It must be the exact type of image, and most likely it's going to be. So just to make this video short, let's assume that I'm using just this image for everything. So I'll just go, I replace every placeholder. Yours might not have this placeholder. All right, wait. Okay. Now once I'm done with that, save it, and then I'll go and look at it and reload so you can see. You'll notice that there's something more interesting about this. It's secular. The images are secular. All right, so you can expect that immediately without wasting time to see why. You see that it has a border radius, 50% width height. All right, and that's why it's circular. So, and that came from a CSS. So if we inspect the CSS, if you go up, you will see the CSS that is responsible for that. You see that is an internal CSS, just like I have told you. All right, so you should actually, yours might not give you this. So work with whatever you're given by the AI and just do what you can, okay? The most important thing is to have something that looks like this. If you want to make it colorful, you can go ahead. For instance, I can decide to add a border color to this. All right, and just say border border um, border solid. All right, and then border color uh, blue. All right, and then border width. I can make it 10 pixels. Okay. All right. What is interfering with that? Yeah, I'm not getting what I want. I'm not getting, definitely not getting what I want. There should be something interfering with that. Border width. Okay. Margin top, border radius, border color, border solid, border width. All right. I'm not going to. Let me do something. Say important. Good. All right. So when I inserted important, it gave me what I want. So this is too much. So let's reduce it to 10. All right. Good. Why is important working? Okay, I'll tell you about that on Monday. There are times there might be something interfering with your CSS. So just by inserting important after the rule, it makes it work. Okay. So that's that about that. So I'm going to, of course, this is experimental. Remember, you still need to copy this code, copy, and then go to your actual code where this is where and paste it here. All right. If not, it's not going to work. It is when you save this now and then you refresh it, then you see that it's working. Now, of course, the same thing applies here. You can do anything you want to do. Anytime you see images like this that are not loading, you can inspect it. So it's still pointing to the placeholder. So you can as well replace that source with an actual image too, and then it will work. So once you have done that, the next thing is to now go to GitHub. So I will just say, give me the steps to push this to GitHub as a beginner. All right, so you can see I'm using. All right, so we have already created the project folder, and then we are going to navigate to it. Remember to navigate to it. Okay, I'm still recording. Yeah. To navigate to it, don't forget, all you need to do is to copy the part. Copy. Okay. And then you open your CMD. All right. Let's assume it's closed. Let's assume you are opening it for the first time. I've taught you that you should always run as an administrator because you are a developer. Good. So you go CD and then enter. Sorry, CD and then enter. So I'm in that folder. You can say dir to see. You can see that all the items in that folder are showing now. So you can see it. So the next thing you want to do now, which is the final part, is just to follow the steps. The first JIT init. You remember that? So JIT init. All right. Good. The second thing is to JIT. All right. Status. Good. All right. And then JIT what? Add. add space dot. All right. And then when you have done that, all right, you now need to make a commit. All right. So git commit, all right, minus m. Then what did we just do now? Created another index. Good. No errors. After you've done that, the next thing now is I told you you must already have your JIT account. All right. You must already have your JIT account. So if I go to GitHub now, that's your GitHub account. If I go to GitHub now, you are going to see that I already have TeamTech. Okay. I already have TeamTech. But my username is what? Tosin Loluwa. So if you are going to be following this format to push, all right, or rather, we're not pushing you, we want to create the repo. That is the step. And it's actually the most important step. You want to create the repo. I've taught you that always do it maybe in a notepad somewhere. What needs to change here is your username. In my own case, is Tosin Loluwa. So then this is TeamTech. Okay. All right. And then once you have done that, you can also name yours TeamTech. Okay. All right. So JIT remote add. I told you the word origin can change. It can be anything. Okay, so but let's leave it as origin. All right, so copy, and then we go back to Alt Tab, paste. So it says the remote origin already exists. Remember, we created it yesterday. All right, so definitely already exists. So the next thing and the final thing now, according to, is to push. All right, it's to push. So there we go. This is the push. It's a good practice. Paste it here again, inspect it. There was something that happened yesterday. We tried to push to main, and there was a problem. So we changed the main to master. Remember? Master. All right. So I copy this, come here, and paste it, and I wait. Now, if everything goes well, and there's no problem, it's going to show you the authenticator. He wants you to sign up. Why is this important? So that just anybody will not push any rubbish to your repo. Okay, so we're going to click on Tosin Loluwa, which is my account. Continue. And yeah, done. That is the assignment. So all I want to see is when you now go to your GitHub account, you go to TeamTech, your TeamTech. Remember, yours will not be Tosin Loluwa. Yours will be your username. But then everybody should use TeamTech. Okay. Now you are going to see that it has updated my repo online, and it's updated in the master branch. Did you see that? Master branch. And exactly the commit that I gave it, created another index, was what he named it. So it's not magic. Okay. And that was the only file that I changed. All right. So that's basically, what the assignment is. So what you're supposed to do, all right, when you're done, is just to post this on the group. So you go back to the group, all right, and then you post this on the group. All right, so this is the group, paste, and that's the end. All right, so I wish you all the best. You need to, when you post, just add your name. Okay, add your name. So I will inspect your repo to be sure that your codes are intact. And that is the assignment. So I wish you all the best. Don't forget to do the assignment on the 400 word essay, the problem you intend to solve with your coding skills. All the best.